All right, welcome back, guys. It's been a minute. Election's over. March 5th passed. A lot of surprises, good news, bad news, in between news. But I do want to start with my flags that you see behind me regularly. What normally happens is I will put flags of Armenia and America because I'm a proud Armenian American. The issue here is a lot of people say, "Oh, Arnie, you have your flag upside down. What kind of an Armenian are you?" And some people think I have the flag of Colombia. They're both wrong. I do have the flag upside down, but that's not by accident. That's not because I don't know how to fly the Armenian flag. The flag has been upside down. I've been flying the Armenian flag upside down since we lost Artsakh. Armenia is under stress. Armenia is under distress. And we're losing, not just Artsakh, we're losing parts of Armenia as we speak. So to all the Armenians that are flying the Armenian flag so proudly and they just drive around on, April 21st and everything, and the 24th and 20th and 30th, and now it's all of April because everybody wants to be cool. Look, we're losing Armenia. I will fly the Armenian flag upside down because Armenia is in trouble. As long as Pashinyan is in, we are going to lose Armenia. And it's important to keep in mind that Armenia has been going through struggles forever. But back in the 89, back in the first Artsakh war, we won the war. However, we had crap presidents, prime ministers that cared about giving each other golden lions and golden toilets and things of that sort. Then they cared about building the Armenian army, building the Armenian, defense mechanisms, and buying weapons. So these flags behind me, the Armenian flag is flown intentionally upside down because Armenia is under duress. Because Armenia is in trouble, Armenia is being lost in front of our eyes. While we're all internet gangsters and online talking crap to each other, yeah, we're losing land, we're losing people. We had a lot of young, 5,000 approximately, if not more, soldiers got disabled. We lost a whole generation. So that's the reason why I fly the upside down Armenian flag. So with that said, let's get into election results. Let's get into the March election. It was a crap show. It was a crap show. And I'll start off with Los Angeles City Council areas, senators, assembly members. We'll talk about, what's going on within the Glendale, Pasadena, Burbank, Sunland-Tujunga, Los Angeles, Northeast Valley. And we'll go deeper into the other parts of California. I don't want to break every region down. There are people out there that know more about a per district, a region than I do. But I could tell you that based on the numbers that we got, it's almost similar to the 2020 election. So 2020 election is the Republican presidency, Democrat, Joe Biden, Trump presidency time. Those are the similar results we got with the regions, with Senate, Assembly, and Congress. So basically for the U.S. Senator, we have Adam Schiff and Steve Garvey. Hands down, Schiff is going to take that, in my opinion, looking at the numbers. Even if you add up all the Republican candidates that ran and won whatever numbers they did, you're still going to have Schiff ahead. I believe Schiff is already throwing a party on his, election. I don't see Schiff losing that election in November. It's just numbers. If you can prove me wrong, show me the numbers. I guarantee you that Schiff is most likely going to win that. He beat Eric early in Congress. Eric didn't even get a portion of, the votes this time around. Pretty true. 64% she won that seat, hands down. Now, a very interesting race. Tony Cardenas stepped down for District 29th, And Luz Rivas and Angelica Dunes threw down for that one. But Angelica did not come in second. Luz Rivas is most likely going to win that race in November. Certain districts are just Democrat districts. Now, take into consideration that every district has 20 to 30% Republican or others that will not vote for the same candidate. So usually candidates that win between 50 to 70% of the votes, and you get 20, 30% of other votes or Republican votes that give to the Republican candidate. There's a lot happening in the Valley, and we'll dive deeper into that as we go on. More interesting race was the U.S. Representative District 30, Adam Schiff district that he basically moved on to the U.S. Senate. It became vacant. We had a lot of candidates running. I myself was supporting Portantino. We had Laura Friedman. We had Alex Belekian. We had Mike Fewer. We also had multiple other candidates. I mean, there's like 15 candidates. And it was very interesting to see. My surprise was not because Alex Belekian came in second. I actually predicted that he would come in third or fourth. And we'll dive deeper into that. My surprise was that Laura Friedman actually got approximately 30 votes. 30 votes, or 30% of the votes. So 30% of the votes is a lot of votes for that many candidates. But this goes deeper. If you peel a layer over and you look into it, you had progressive Democratic clubs that are pro-Palestine that literally supported a Jewish woman. So she got the Jewish vote. She got, I want to say even the Muslim vote. She got a lot of the progressive votes. She got maybe some Armenian votes, some gay votes, and here we are. So she got 29,000 votes. Previously, I had said whoever gets 20 to 30,000 votes was going to come in first and second. My calculation was actually that Laura and Portantino were going to come in first and second, or Mike Fewer and Portantino, and Alex would have came in third. However, Alex had another Republican running against him, Emilio. But Emilio did not get Republican votes. He only got 5,000 votes, which is nothing in a sense of taking away from one candidate. And previously, there was Rhonda and Patrick Gibson that ran for Congress. They both took a lot of votes away from each other. So that's how basically they lost to maybe, because Rhonda had 15,000 votes, Patrick had 10,000 votes, and maybe had 23,000 votes or something, 22,000 votes. That was in 2022. So looking at numbers, looking at existing numbers, now the outcome of the votes, Alex has an uphill battle. Now, I always say when it comes down to votes, it also comes down to the Armenian cause for me. If I had to put Alex and Laura next to each other, I do believe Alex will do better for the Armenian community. Alex will also be better for the family values, for the families, whether it's the Glendale moms or moms and dads all over California. He has more conservative views. While he's a gay man, he also respects family values, family traditions. Parents have the right to their children's education. Children don't belong to the government. Those are some of his views. So if you're an Armenian out there, in which you are, in the district, if you're listening to me, you vote for the Armenian candidate. Laura, she's been okay. She's been a friend of the Armenian community when she wants to, when she needs to. She doesn't really have to be. She has animosity because, she also beat Audrey for assembly, and that was a heated race. Now, you have to dive into many layers of politics to understand what the hell is really going on. So Laura is actually, belongs to the party, basically. We support Laura. And that is the reason Portantino got so little votes. Portantino did not get the Armenian backing that he expected, most likely. And he didn't get probably some of the gay votes. Some of the clubs that even endorsed him probably didn't even vote for him. So this is a perfect example for you that career politicians can go against each other and cancel each other out. And Laura came in first. Alex came in second. It's going to be a very unique November race. Laura has the odds for her favor, but Alex does have a very slim chance of winning. he has to build a coalition. Now, with that said, I had offered a bet previously, I think it was in November, when I said Alex will not come in first or second. And Alex posted something recently about, the bet and where's the 100,000. Well, nobody bet me. And I have messages back and forth with Alex. He even said, I did not bet you. The bet wasn't there. Now, if anybody, whether Alex or his supporters, had actually bet me, then I would have lost that bet. But since nobody took that bet, you can't win a bet you don't take. So the posts are still up. Nothing has been taken down. Comments are under it. There was only 2 comments, people talking crap, but nobody took the bet. So the people out there that are saying, oh, you lost the bet. No, you can't lose a bet nobody takes. If Alex or any of his supporters, all the loudmouths also that are talking crap, had taken the bet, I would have definitely lost the bet. So my predictions, numbers were off, but also based on the calculations of information we had, it was all, there's a lot going on behind the scenes that even I couldn't find out about, and the numbers showed us. So all the people that think or have their opinion, good for you. Why didn't you take that bet? You should have taken that bet if you were so confident. So moving forward, we also have a couple Republican Democrat U.S. representative seats that are going to be interesting outcomes. Brad Sherman is already in. He has no problems. We're going to have Gil and Danielle going up against each other. If all the Democrats from the 31st District, which voted for Rubio's, voted for Bob Archuleta, vote for Gil, he's going to win. So it all comes down to whether you're a Republican or a Democrat. What I would recommend is not attacking the candidates or their supporters, but winning them over. I've seen candidates win over opposition or, open market. I call them votes, open market votes, because they're in the middle. Some people are like, okay, my candidate didn't win. Let me see who's the better one of the two, or who's the best, less of the evil. So you want to come off as less of the evil. You want to come off as the better candidate, but also speak your truth and win people over. That's the only way you're going to win over votes. If you're a Republican, you're going to get some Democrat, conservative Democrat votes. You're going to get the, nonpartisan votes and so on. So coming down to assembly, we had Tony that came in first, which shows you how Republicans came in with their votes. They actually voted. And then you have Nick that came in second. Ellen came in fourth. We knew she wasn't going to come in first and second. That wasn't something I predicted. I always encouraged people to vote for her for the Armenian cause. She also doesn't align with a lot of the Armenian family values. She went too far left, and the numbers show it. So Tony came in first, but if Nick gets the rest of the Democrat votes, he's going to win that election. And here's something interesting for all of you. U.S. Senator Adam Schiff, Jewish. Laura Friedman, Jewish. Nick Schultz, Jewish. So in a high-populated Armenian area, you're going to have 3 representatives that are Jewish. Then we have the senators. Sasha is going to most likely win the Republican candidate. It's not going to stop, right? So we have a lot of Republican and Democrat first and second places. So most likely, most of the Democrats will win those seats. It's numbers. You look at the numbers, go to lavote.gov, results.lavote.gov, and look at the numbers yourself. Now, another interesting thing in Glendale that happened was we had Artie, we had Varej, we had Vartan, the top 3 that were running against each other that were Armenians. Now, Wise Nuts, GUSD moms, everybody encouraged everyone to vote for Varej and Vartan and not Artie. But yet Artie came in first. So this is the reason why election results are very surprising, because that means Artie got more of the Otar votes, other people in Glendale that supported Artie, than Varej and Vartan did. And Varej and Vartan are very close. That means there's people that voted for one but didn't vote for the other, or voted for Artie and one of them. So at the end of the day, certain organizations or certain unions can try to influence elections, but they don't always succeed. So, but I want to get into Our district attorney race. This is a very important race. We cannot have Gascon win this race. This is the lowest a district attorney has came in for approvals, 22%. That means 3/4 of Los Angeles rejects Gascon. Well, what does that mean? That means that Gascon got to go. Where's the concern? Now, here's a more sad race that I was very saddened about with Hatami coming in third. Gascon is first. Nathan is second. Jonathan came in third. If Jonathan had came in second, we would have won that race. Jonathan would have beat Gascon hands down if he was second. But what happened? Nathan had more money. And Nathan got the Republican vote because he had the name recognition, because he ran for Attorney General. Well, what happened there? Now Nathan is going to be attacked by Gascon, by Soros, by everybody else, that he's a Republican. So here's the bigger concern. Are the Democrats going to vote for a Republican district attorney? I support a district attorney that's for law and order. Which, taking two of them, Gascon versus Nathan, Nathan's your number one choice. Nathan is better than Gascon. I don't care about parties. I care about person, people over parties. We do see party plays a big role in elections. They get people elected. They get people funded. They get people votes. I get that. But for our district attorney, I plead to all our Democrats and nonpartisans and people that are not registered Democrats or Republicans or independents, anyone, do not vote for Gascon. If you're not going to vote for Nathan, do not vote for Gascon. Gascon is bad news. Los Angeles will become like San Francisco. We are not going to be able to be ready for the Olympics if Gascon is district attorney again. So with that said, I ask everyone to support Nathan. Share his content, share his message, support him financially if you can. I think he has enough money backing. He just needs votes, relationships, and more, people spreading his name, his truth. That's the hardest thing when it comes to elections is spreading your message, spreading your truth, and letting people know who you really are and what you stand for. So it's important to vote for Nathan and not Gascon. If you're not going to vote for Nathan, do not vote for Gascon. So which brings us to the LA City elections. Nithya and Weaver came in first and second. It was predicted. Levon came in third. Now, Levon, smart guy. I've never met him. From the people that I've spoken to that know him or supported him, they spoke very highly of him. I do believe he's a decent dude. He's a good dude. He did not get the ANC endorsement. It tells you about our Armenian clubs that are in it for their own benefit. They don't support the Armenian candidate. They're just the Armenian club that basically endorses other races and individuals with the name of Armenians. Southern California Armenian Democrats, useless. They know who they are. They know what I think of them. And they didn't endorse the Armenian candidates. They didn't even endorse the best candidates, but their candidates will end up winning. Some of them, not most of them, but some of them. It always is. You don't always get 100%. So they endorsed Gascon. I don't think Gascon is going to win unless every individual that didn't vote for him votes for him, which is almost impossible. So moving forward, we have Paul Krikorian's seat, which Audrey Nazarian and Sam Kabushian are running for. They came in first and second. Very surprising to have Armenians come in first and second in that district. That goes to tell you that the Armenians do have a population that are voting and they are getting involved. Now, here's the bigger picture. Sam came in second. Audrey beat Sam with double digits, meaning Sam got 50% of the votes, let's say. Audrey had 100. Sam, I believe, got, let's say, 3,000 votes. Audrey got 6,000 votes. So for Sam to win that seat, he has to win over Manny and everybody else's voters, which are mostly Odars. Let's say the Armenians are voting for the Armenian candidate, and, you know, Odars are voting for Armenians now. They're stuck with an Armenian, and they might not even vote. They might not even participate. So what's going to happen once November comes around? That's one of the interesting races to look out for. Sam is the underdog. Audrey does have a huge chance of winning. He doesn't have name recognition and all the union endorsements. We'll just have to wait and see. Now, coming forward with Nathan and Ethan Weaver, we can't have Nithya win. So Levon needs to endorse Weaver, and I think that will seal the deal. Everybody else out there, Nithya is bad news. She doesn't help Armenians. She doesn't support Armenians. She didn't support the hookah community. She is basically a progressive, liberal, communist, loving individual. I'm speaking from my personal experience. I'm speaking of knowing her, you know, voting record and dealing with her office. Everybody else that has different opinions or why ANC endorsed her, I have zero idea. I think Paul had a big role in that, but I'm not going to get into that right now. So moving forward, we had John Lee. He won his seat outright. We had a couple other seats. Imelda Padilla, she was going to win that seat. That's her seat now. She's going to keep it for another 10, 12 years, most likely, whatever, 3 elections, because she came in with the second half of continuing Nouri's. So Imelda is in. Good people. She supports the Armenian community. She's good. She's bright. She's young. She's fair. So definitely look out for her. You know, communicate with her, build relationships with her office. She is good people. And she's also doing an event for the Armenian genocide come April. Moving forward, we have Marquise Dawson that won his race. And we have Heather Hutt that won her race. So there's a lot of city council members that have won, some new ones, some old ones that got reelected. It's going to be an interesting outcome to see what happens in November, because if Nithya gets kicked out, that's going to send a strong message to the progressive and liberal council members that they got to get their shit together. If not, then, you know, they're going to feel like they're in power. And we'll see how the outcome comes, because at the end of the day, numbers don't lie. They could be manipulated. They could be messed with. I'm not saying they can't, but at the end of the day, it's the results that we have. And with that said, our city managers are basically LA city clerk. Amazing. They do their best. They have been doing their best. And I do have full trust in our LA city clerk's office. I can't speak for the past. I can't speak for the future of this could be, that could be, anything could be. But from what I have seen, our city clerk is solid. So for the people that were asking me that, you know, they have voting machines, they do, maybe they do. And I doubt the city clerk would be in on it. Maybe they're stuffing boxes. Maybe they're doing this. They're doing that all over the place. America's a third world country by now, just in case you didn't realize that. We've become a third world country. Our infrastructure is pretty backdated. Illegals are coming across the border in numbers. And if, you know, Texas blocks the borders, our Biden administration flew 300,000 basically illegals into the United States. So it's about to get shitty. Fasten your seatbelt. 2024 election is going to be crazy. You need to realize what you're doing, and you need to basically participate. So tell your friends, get your voters, and get involved. Stay blessed, and we'll follow up with more coming soon.